Well, I'm finishing up the work on this rescued 1972 Plymouth Valiant, and I thought I would take the opportunity to show you some of the just terrible build quality on this car. This is one that was built, believe it or not, in Canada, built in Windsor, Canada. And that's what's kind of shocking about it. I thought that Canadian manufacturers took a little bit better care when they put things together and assemble parts and that kind of thing, but maybe not. So the outside of this car is actually not in poor condition. As far as the build, I don't see anything glaring about that. Nothing really to show on this. I did a better job on the outside than I did the inside. So first thing, we open the passenger driver door up. There's some things going on here I noticed right away. So these doors are painted on the inside. They're painted a different color. Obviously this is a dark blue, like a B5 blue, and to contrast with the outside color, which is what they call blue sky or sky blue, whatever. So they have to mask this inner door frame. This is what they call the inner door frame up here, upper door frame. It's got paint across the top, it's got paint across the bottom. So they mask it and paint it. And normally they're supposed to do a pretty good job of it, but you can see whoever did the masking job on this car was either hungover or angry or something, but didn't do a very good job. You got paint showing through here under the seal, and then if you look across the bottom here, you can see it's just a really shoddy job of masking it off and painting it. Just didn't really try hard at all to do it. Then I'm noticing, looking at the door seal, this one's one of the better ones, but if you come up the door seal, look at the glue that's kind of spread. It's a little bit sloppy. This is the best one, actually. Well, not too bad here. That's really the way it should be, and the way I've seen them on most of them. Got a little bit of a X over here, like an inspection mark, I guess. Like I said, this car is presumed to be all original in every part. If I said that, maybe I didn't. But down here we've got some kind of a piece of tape or something that's poking out under the kick panel. Looks like the seal plate was put on pretty good. Everything's good here, and this seal looks good. Not too bad up here. These always do this corner, even in the originals and the aftermarket. It's not too bad here, and the dash didn't look bad. I didn't really see anything in the dash or the carpet or anything that was glaring. So let's look at the rear door. So again, the glue job here is not that bad. Pretty presentable. Except right here we got some that's a little excessive. The paint job is better on this one. I see the seal, this little part right here, the weather seal inside the door panel is poking up too far. You see part of it showing. Down here looks like we got some glue, where they sprayed the glue for the seal inside here. Got it on the paint after they did that. The masking job is better back here. A little bit of goo coming out there. Got a little bit on the end of the door. Stuff in here looks good. The seal plate looks good here. Looks like everything was done pretty well here, as well as could be expected. Like I said, this car's 52 years old, so things have obviously shrunk over time. Moved around. So we'll look at this one, right rear, and things start going off the rails here. So looks like right here I see some glue, stray thing of glue here, some stray glue here where they glued the seal on. You got some glue showing under the door panel right there. Maybe some right there. The seal's not bad. The glue situation's not bad here. Come down and look at it here. It's Not that bad. Excuse me. Yeah, it's not that bad in here either. A little bit of glue showing right here though. Pretty sloppy with the headliner glue where they tuck the headliner right under there. And there's something showing up there. So look at the door. Yeah, the masking looks good on the door. Yeah, this is pretty good. So I think this one up here though, the right front one is the one where they really went off the rails. Got in a hurry. Now don't mind all this scratching and stuff here. I was informed that the person that used to ride here all the time was a heavyweight. So beat the seat up, they destroyed the interiors because they're just all against them and all over them. So don't mind that. But if you come in and look at the door itself, then check out this. They just totally flubbed up the masking job here. And it glues down on the door, slopped it down on the door from the seal. Got a piece of something stuck under the door panel right there. Don't know what that is. A big glob of something, sealer, body putty right there. At least that seam sealer. I don't know what all the tape is under there. That's something somebody did years ago, I guess, to try to keep that door closed. But, so, looking up here, again, there's another evidence for a masking job. Somebody didn't know what they're doing, I guess, on the masking. So that's a little bit across the top here. Something I noticed, oh yeah, look at the masking job in here. They have to mask this off also. Look at that, where they've missed it. And then you come up here and where they have to tuck this headliner up right here, there's a big wad of glue or something right there. And this headliner's never been out that I can tell, so you don't have to say, somebody probably put it all back together. No, I had a lot of these cars. This is the original. See, that one's okay over there. They didn't do it on that side, but for some reason, I'm not sure why, but it looks like the vent window has dropped down. I don't know if that was always like that. There's adjustments to be made to that, but they're internals of the door. They don't just drop like that. But on the flip side, this car doesn't look like it's ever leaked any water anywhere, so it stayed dry and rust free. So. So anyway, their interior job was not really very good. I was looking at the trunk here too, and somewhere I saw like a big bunch of where the seal was. That's right. Yeah, look down here. See, slop glue on it right there. Slobbed a whole bunch of glue on it right there. Got some coming out from under the seal. A couple places. Just a real job. And one of the most surprising things about this car that I have no proof of it, but finishing up working on the cooling system, replacing those old hoses, and I can't be sure that this is his original thermostat, but it certainly looks like one because it's got somewhere on here, it's got a marking. Yeah, you may not be able to see that, but okay, SF Canada. This car is made in Canada. I've never seen a thermostat made in Canada as an aftermarket. I'm certain they exist, but there's no other names on it. It may have a temperature rating on it. Let's see. So right here, you're learning while I'm learning. Well, I don't see one, but anyway. So this thing was in backwards. I have it on video where I took the housing part off of it. I looked down in there beforehand, and it was oriented in the engine like this. And that's the engine side, and they even helpfully, for people who don't have a good grasp of how to do thermostats, they even helpfully put a little thing there that says to radiator with an arrow on it. But it was in backwards, so it's very possible that this car had the thermostat put in backwards from the factory, because it did not have it didn't have any sealer on it. It just had a gasket put in like it had been put in originally. Not sure about that, but anyway, this is the as far as the inside, the interior build quality, this car is the worst of any of them I've ever had. I mean, none of them are great, but that Dodge I had, that Dart, was just, it was quite a bit better built than this car. But anyway, thought I would just show you that. This is one of these things, the sad part about it is these were probably union workers for sure that did this, and union shop, and there's, to this day, people still complain about jobs going somewhere else and cheaper and better, and everybody says made in America. Well, I believe in that, but when you got stuff like this is what's made in America, that's part of what almost sent Chrysler into bankruptcy. I mean, they almost went under because of stuff like this, and you got people sitting in a factory doing this kind of work, and then they expect to be paid and compensated and stuff like that, and we're just not going to get into that anymore. But don't express surprise why it happened. This is why that stuff, building things like this and doing this kind of level work, is a lot of why we don't manufacture that many things anymore. So there you have it. Now you know. So, all right, we'll see you around. Have a good one.